All right, hey guys. So it's been a while. I wanted to kind of tell you why we haven't posted in a second. It's not because we're done with the channel, but we've been very busy from Thursday till Sunday. We were really, really busy, and so Thursday, man, I can't even remember what happened Thursday. That's how busy we were. Thursday, what even happened? I don't even know. Sorry, my mom texted to the group message, and I'll explain that in a second. Thursday, we were really busy. I can't even remember what we were doing Thursday, but we were busy. And then Friday, we had a conference, which, guys, we don't have a car to drive ourselves, so we were getting rides from people to go to this conference. It was Friday, Saturday. And so we put our little girl in the nursery for the first time. She's 3 months as of yesterday. So exciting. She's 3 months old now. So we put her in the nursery for the first time. And it was just this conference at the church that Kristen and I used to attend a lot when we were younger. It was where our youth group was and all this kind of stuff. And this conference was going to have our old youth pastor there. And so we really wanted to hear him speak. We haven't heard him speak in almost 10 years because he left the church my freshman year of high school. Which that sounds so crazy. I'm 5 years removed from high school. It's kind of crazy. And 4 years, of course, 4 years in high school. But he left my freshman year of high school. And so, 2011 was when the last time I was like 14, 15, somewhere in there. I think I was 14. Anyway, so he was speaking at this conference, and the first night was actually someone who was in the youth group with us, who was my personal trainer in high school because I played football. And he was speaking, and he's awesome, really awesome guy. Love him to death. He was speaking, and it was really good. So we were really busy that day, just like getting everything ready, kind of being like, oh my gosh, okay, we got to get Kingdom. That's our daughter's name, by the way, is Kingdom. We got to get her ready and like spend time with her and stuff so that whenever she's going to the nursery, it'll be okay. So it was about a 2-hour service, and of course she did great. She's a super, super easy baby. She literally cries almost like literally never. If she's hungry, she's tired, or like uncomfortable because of gas, which she hasn't cried like that but like 1 or 2 times, or she has a full diaper. That's it. That's when she cries. We've been super blessed with her. She's amazing. Love her with all my heart. And so then come Friday, we needed a ride to go because our youth pastor was doing like a Q&A, like just talking about his life and like what happened, why he left the church, and kind of what happened. And he left and he went from our youth group to start his own church in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And then he was there for 4 years, and he came back, and now he's a pastor at his own church, a church that he actually first like really started to love Jesus in. And it was like it was a church that he had, I guess he had already preached at, and they kind of ran him off. But he came back to it, and they were like, we really want you to be that. And then so he's the pastor there, and it was really awesome to hear him speak. Saturday he did a Q&A, and then that night, so she was there for about an hour in the nursery then, and then that night, and I have a prophetic word for you guys. I just want to kind of explain our weekend. And then that night we showed up and just, praying and, Jesus, we know that you're going to provide for us and all that kind of stuff. And we show up, and his wife is there, and his daughter, his oldest daughter. He has 2 daughters and a son, and his youngest daughter and his youngest, which is his son, weren't there, but their oldest daughter was there, and she's super sweet and really awesome. And so we heard his message, and it was good. We enjoyed it, and it was very like everyone was kind of expecting this like big, like huge revival, like Jesus falls and everything is amazing, and it's And it was really good, but it was more like Jesus was giving us all peace kind of deal, and it was really awesome. So as parents, big milestone for us. We feel like we can trust taking her and like putting her in the nursery for things, especially church, because obviously churches around in Missouri are open and they're open back up, and so we're doing that. And then yesterday, my little brother graduated, which is really exciting. I'm so proud of him. Because he super smart kid. Just when they're super smart, sometimes they don't try. And he kind of learned that from me because I didn't try very well in high school. But he graduated. I'm so proud of him. He just turned 18 last November. So of course, with the whole COVID thing, they weren't able to have a normal graduation when they normally would. And so went through that, was there. That was awesome. That was amazing. Got to see my mom. They live, for those of you who know about Missouri as a whole, my mom and my little brother, they live in Branson. They live right outside of Branson, Missouri. So he goes to one of the schools that's outside of the Branson area at Hollister is where he went to school at, and he graduated, and it was awesome. It was outside on their football field. They have like this really beautiful turf football field. It was awesome. So proud of him. And then today, really exciting. Today, my little sister. So my little brother's the youngest. I'm the oldest. My wife is the oldest of her siblings as well, and she has 2 siblings, but they're both girls. But my little brother graduated yesterday. Today, my little sister, she went in last night at 9 p.m. to get induced. And so today she's laboring. She's like in the hospital laboring right now. And last I heard, she was hoping that she was going to be able to start pushing. So I get to experience that feeling of knowing my nephew is here. Obviously, I'm not trying to see him today because they want to wait a little bit, and that's awesome because that's what we did with Kingdom. We waited. Not because we're scared of COVID. It's overwhelming to have a kid. And it's like a lot of emotions. So we're just praying for them, loving on them, everything like that. I know this is like 8 minutes of telling you exactly how my weekend went. But really awesome weekend, great conference. Brother graduated, sister's getting ready to have a kid, my little sister, and she married my best friend from since kindergarten. So that's really awesome, and I got to make him an uncle. Now he's making me an uncle, and it's really fun. It's really awesome, and well, him and my sister make me an uncle. But anyway, it was really awesome, and I kind of want to loop back to the conference. So everything's happening. Obviously, I'm super excited. Okay, sorry, that again ran out of room on my phone, but super excited. Get to be an uncle. Brother graduated. It's really awesome. Conference was really good though. It was all about something that Jesus has been laying on my heart, and he was laying on my heart Thursday, but really, like I said, we were busy all weekend, which is coming back to your first love and just loving him. Guys, I'm going to share a really awesome testimony from me and my wife. But I want to kind of go in depth a little bit. And I'm going to give you the word. He wants you to love him. Jesus was asked, there's 2 recorded times. I believe it's 2. Yeah, two times where Jesus was asked, like, what is the greatest commandment? We see the Pharisees, what is the greatest commandment? They're trying to trip him up, all that kind of stuff, And he said that the greatest commandment, it was recorded, he said the greatest commandment is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one, and love the Lord your God with all your heart, your mind, all that. Those were the greatest commandments. And that's really what he wants. He wants us to love him. You guys, you guys want to see something change? You guys want to see something amazing? You guys want to have a testimony to give? Love him. Get with him and love him. And I'm not talking about love the idea of him. Love the blessings that he gives. Those don't matter. If you lost everything, are you still going to love him? If you lost everything, are you going to love him? Are you going to love him? Are you going to continue to love him because he's giving you everything, right? And I have been rejuvenated and felt really good because we haven't been to church in a long time, and like been around people in a long time. It's really hard with a kid, and especially without a vehicle. Um, and he's just rejuvenating and rekindling that love. He just wants you guys to love him deeply in everything you do. Like, he wants you to love him so much that you ooze him and you can't stop talking about him. And you're just like, I love him. I love him so much. And like, I haven't been able to stop talking about him. Like, I love him, guys. And I hope that you guys do too. I'm praying for all of you guys. We appreciate you so much. We love you guys. And I want to see Jesus. I cannot wait to hear testimonies and you know, things about, man, I loving on Jesus. I just prayed, you know, if you're having struggles, and for those of you who don't know, there's like a personality test called the Enneagram test. And it basically just kind of shows you like kind of your personality. And I'm an 8, and 8s are not very emotional, and sometimes not very good at feeling. Feeling emotions very well because we push them down. And obviously you don't base your whole personality off of things, just like you don't base your whole personality off of like, oh, I'm a Sagittarius or whatever. Whatever. You know, you don't base that, but it kind of gives you like an overview of like, hey, this might be your personality. And I'm an 8. It kind of outlines and describes me. And we're very protective, very protective people, but very like don't like to be vulnerable, and Jesus wants us to be vulnerable, so it's kind of hard. And my wife's the exact opposite of me, and it was really hard. So I just prayed Friday night after that. You know, I said, Jesus, I realize that you've been telling me like I want to rekindle my love, but I'm gonna ask you, help me, give me a love, give me a passion for you, because I just want to love you. And He did. I mean, he really has. He really has rekindled that for me. And so then Saturday, of course, we went to the Q&A. And then Saturday night, it was from like 7 to 8:30, which it lasted longer than that. But Saturday night, we went, and I'll just be flat out, Jesus gave us a car. It's not here right now. The person who's giving it to us is getting the title. They lost the title, but they're getting it. And yeah, he's giving us a car. And it's not like a old crusty car. It's newer, and it has three rows. It's a Dodge Journey. So yeah, he's giving us a car, which is amazing. It's awesome, and I'm really excited about it. Yeah, he's blessed us, and that was after I prayed. Guys, if you're struggling with loving him, just pray. Jesus, I want to love you. Just pray, Jesus, I want to love you. That's what I want. I want to love you. I want to have a hunger for you, a passion for you. And honestly, I don't even care about, I care about the blessing, but I don't care as much as I did, if that makes sense. Like, if something happened and it was like, nope, never mind, I wouldn't even care, because I have a rekindled love for him. Obviously, that's not going to happen, because when Jesus promises something, he comes through. And I've just got a rekindled love for him, and I just want to share and minister, and just, because sometimes, guys, you love him, but you don't do the things that are like loving, right? I tell people all the time, like, what's the point of being in a relationship? Like, for when you're married, and that's really what we do. We marry Jesus whenever we decide to follow him. And we say, Jesus, we want to follow you. We want everything you have in store for us. We marry him. We marry ourselves to him and to his will and to his being. We die to ourselves and we allow him to live through us. And guys, what's the point of being in marriage if you guys aren't going to be intimate? If you guys don't get alone with him and really love on him and see everything that he has in store for you, because he has more than you think. It says that he will give you more than you can ask or dream or think. He will. This is just to say that if you aren't loving him, and if you aren't in love with him, pray that you will be. Because he wants to deliver those promises, but he can't until you're in love with him. Until he knows that whenever you get it, you're going to steward it well because he's in you and he's living through you. You got to die to yourself. Yes, he wants you to do things that you want to do. But when you're doing those things that you want to do, are you numbing yourself out or are you doing them with him? I love to play video games, and I realized I was numbing myself out. It's like, are you numbing yourself out or are you playing video games with him, right? Are you numbing yourself out whenever you watch YouTube? Or are you doing it with him? You know what I mean? It really is a marriage. It says that Christ is the bride, the church is the bride of Christ. Sorry, church is the bride of Christ. If that's true, you guys know the church is not four walls. It's not a building. It's you individually. You are the church. You're not the whole church, but you are a part of the church. You are a part of the body of Christ, right? You're a part of that church. And that means that you are called to be in an intimate relationship with Jesus and who he is. And guys, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing, and you got to love him. Because I promise you, guys, it was a one-day turnaround. I went from, man, I love you, Jesus, or I think I love you, but I really love what you're going to do for me, to, man, Jesus, I love you, and now having a vehicle that's going to be here within a week. Like, it's crazy. And that's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I don't know if you've I've never heard of anybody, I've never known anyone who's been given a car, but the person who's giving us a car was given a car, and they felt led to give us that car, and they did. And it's amazing. And it's frankly amazing. And it's in my heart to minister and to do this thing and to be all in it for him. You guys have to be, and that's the title of this, you have to be sold out. You have to be sold out. If you aren't sold out for him, there's no point in doing what you're doing. There's no point in believing for a blessing. There's no point in pursuing for what he wants you to do, because without him, it's nothing. And that's what I've come to. Without him, I'm nothing. I'm nothing. I'm nothing. Without him, I'm not a good father. I'm not a good husband. I'm not a good person without him. Like, in general, that's just, some people, they think, oh, well, you can be a good person without Jesus. Well, yeah, you can. Like, I'm a nice person, but I'm not a good person. I do things, like, people naturally do things. It's a lot of people, not everybody. I can't generalize like that, but people naturally do things because it helps them. But your heart should be to love him first, and then you're going to start seeing that you're loving on people. Just pray. I encourage you guys to pray this prayer real quick. Is, Jesus, allow me to have passion. Fill me with your passion again. Fill me with your love again. Allow me to love you the way that you love me. Help me in every way that you can. Help me push to you in every way. Help me love you. Help me love your people, and help me have your heart. Allow me to be a person after your own heart, God, because that's what I want. Just pray that prayer real quick, and I promise you guys, if you mean it, and even if you don't, even you're just praying with it because you want a blessing, Jesus is going to do that for you. He's going to rekindle that love for you. But anyway, guys, I hope that personal testimony helps some of you, and I really do. I hope and pray that all of you rekindle that love with him. And if you already had it, man, that's amazing. That's amazing, because in this time, that's what you need. Because every time you come back to it, what he's told you in the past doesn't change, right? Every time you come back to it, every time you come back to what he said, right? You may be scared in the natural. Lord, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this? I got you. I got you. I got you. I love you. I got you. Right? It says that, if a father here on earth, if a son asked for a loaf of bread, would he give him a rock? Right? No, he would give him a loaf of bread. And our Heavenly Father is greater than any father on this planet. If you guys have issues with your dad, if you guys have issues where you're like, man, my dad never loved me, my dad never, give that to Jesus, because Jesus wants to love you. Jesus is here. Give it to him. Love on him. He's doing great things right now, guys, and that he told me that I am rekindling a love with my people, so that they love the people who don't love me so much that revival through your love for him is where you're going to find revival, right? Through your love for him. So I love you guys. We appreciate it. Again, if you guys feel led to give, go for it. Give wherever. Just give. You know what I mean? Just give, because Jesus wants to do great things in the kingdom. And I appreciate it, guys. I know this is a longer video. Just had a lot to say, a lot to get off my chest. I'll be praying for you. If you guys have any personal prayer requests, down in the description, there'll be an email. You can email us and we'll pray, and we'll be praying, and we've been praying, and we're going to continue to do so. So appreciate it, guys. Love you. Peace.